Hello, and welcome to the Bel-E and Scratch podcast. I am your host, Bel-E.
And I am your co-host, Scratch.
And today, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I done it now.
You had an incendiary earlier.
Yes.
An incendiary.
Incendiary?
Incendiary?
Yeah, apparently.
Is that a noun?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
But I'm not sure.
You had a moment.
I had...
Was it a workshop?
Yeah, it was a workshop.
Well, that's cool.
All right. So, basically, me and my dancing people... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put that right there.
Right.
Me and my dancing people, there was a workshop we all went to. Well, some of us went to. And it was talking about fire eating and fire fleshing.
Fire eating, fire fleshing.
Yep.
Aye.
Fire eating, that's pretty self-explanatory. Put the torch in your mouth. Out. It goes out. Fire fleshing is basically when you run the fire along your skin and you don't die.
That's the plan.
That's the plan, at least.
You have to get your money back, you know.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. So that's what I did before I came in here recorded. I can now eat fire.
Fire eater.
Fire eater, yes.
Yeah. I've seen people do it at like carnivals and occasional show.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's the bass guitarist for Kiss.
Yeah.
Gene Simmons.
Shit.
But he has the whole, you know.
Well, he does a lot of Spitfire.
The Spitfire.
Yeah, where he basically takes a swig of I'm assuming it's white gas.
I don't know what it is.
Cause here's the thing. At the workshop we talked about the two primary fuels you're using. If you're doing any sort of like Spitfire, fire eating, the fuel you want to use is stuff like white gas or crown gas or something like that. Because it just burns cleaner.
Gas.
No, not gasoline. You do not want to put gasoline in your mouth.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just not gasoline. How about that?
Because usually gasoline in the mouth involves a sock.
Yeah, exactly.
So no. No gasoline, no huffing gas. Good.
No gas.
Good. That's awesome.
No gasoline, no petrol, none, not that.
So when they say white gas,
like campfire gas.
Campfire gas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shit that you use to burn, like campfire.
I got you.
You know, and
it's not sterno.
No.
Okay.
Ultra pure white gas is what they recommended. For stuff like using props, like dragon staff, fire fans, candlesticks, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They recommend, they mix the fuels, but, predominantly for prop work, you gotta include, lamp oil.
All right.
Cause it burns longer. And if you're using a prop, then you're going to need something that burns longer.
No whale oil?
No. I ain't got that kind of time on my hands.
I am Ishmael.
Well,
that's cool.
Typically, they will mix white gas and lamp oil for props, typically. Because, you know, it has the benefit of burning longer. The white gas makes it shine brighter. It's cleaner. You don't want to put lamp oil when you don't want to use lamp oil when you're doing any sort of oral fire tricks, basically.
Yeah, lamp oil.
Not as clean.
No, I didn't really see any smoke or tendrils of any black sooty stuff coming up off of whatever you were holding.
Yeah. What I was holding was white gas, which obviously you don't want to swallow that either. But, you know, they said that when you do this, you got to take about minimum of 30 minutes after you're done. Don't eat or drink anything. You don't want to put that in your digestive tract, which is fair. By the time I came home, I spent a good, like 10, 15 minutes just brushing my teeth.
Is that a part of the program?
They recommended it.
Okay.
Well, just brushing your teeth and using mouthwash, basically. That's what they recommended. I'm just like...
Sure.
Brushing my teeth in a weird way. So that was really fun. And there's video.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, I tried showing the matriarch. She wouldn't have none of it.
No.
Which I figured, but I wanted to give. I was like, hey, maybe. Okay. I can't wait for the day where it just pops up on her Facebook feed and she's just gonna get pissed.
I wasn't desperate to see it, but I was curious.
Oh yeah. I'm fine. I'm not singed or anything.
Scorched.
Charlie was one of our dogs. She was real curious because I came home smelling funny.
Mm-hmm.
And dogs, how
dogs.
They be.
Yeah.
So that was so cool. I want to do it again.
That was neat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think our dance teacher just inherited a new fledgling group of salamanders.
All right.
Yeah.
That's some kind of gang?
No, salamanders are, I don't 100% know why. I'm not sure. Salamanders are known for being, representations of fire. Or aspects of fire.
Okay. That's obviously from another culture. I'm sure there's
I think it's more of a mystical, metaphysical thing. Definitely historical and cultural. I'm not sure how it connects. But I do know salamanders are known for fire. But I don't know why. But anyway. So, you know how it is.
Oh, cool. It's not something you get to do every day, that's for sure.
No, it's not.
It's kind of like, you didn't have anybody there, like, storming around, like, you ever see, I watch these motivational speakers, and they have people, like, walk across burning coals.
Yeah.
And they're all jacked up, like, yeah!
Yeah.
Stomp, 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 None of that?
No.
No. All right.
I don't much care for any of that. That just seems unnecessary.
Although people that get stupid with stuff get on my nerves, they're kind of fun to watch if you're not personally involved.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
It's like, oh, hey, man, that's going to... Oh, don't do that.
Yeah. Let's see. What else did I do this weekend? Let's see. Today, I learned how to eat fire.
Check that off your schedule.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Your itinerary.
Yeah, I can't wait to do it at my cousin's 13th birthday.
Awesome.
Sad part is, I don't know if my...
Don't blow those candles out.
Yeah.
Not yet.
You have no idea.
Turn the lights back off.
Yeah, the thing is that I'm not even sure if
Hand
they
me
would...
a branch.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if they would stop me. That's the thing I'm not sure about.
Probably tackle you.
Oh, yeah. It's like, hey, Nana, watch this. Yeah. So,
Flame eater.
Yeah, flame eater.
Right, cool.
So now I can add that to my resume.
Yeah.
I don't really keep a resume anymore. I probably should. It's just all the cool shit I know how to do.
It's worth considering.
Oh yeah. I honestly, what I should do is have this system where I have like a resume buffet almost. Where you have like a piece of paper that is your resume with all the shit you've done, all the shit you've accomplished for yourself, all the places you've gone, people you worked with, etc. References, In the special skills section, that's where you put all your cool shit you know how to do. And then when you make the actual resume for whatever job you're hoping to get.
Yeah, like Jimmy a car door with a screwdriver.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want... Here's the thing. You don't want to apply...
Guilty.
You don't want to... Yeah. You don't want to apply to an office job with "Can Jimmy a car door with a flat head" on your resume.
I don't know. Never know.
Yeah.
Special skills.
Yeah, special
breaking
skills.
and entering.
Yeah, breaking. Yeah, exactly. So, because here's the thing, you can't just send out the same resume to every single place of establishment. At least not anymore. I don't know about way in the past.
Who knows?
Before the age of the internet. But that's kind of what I like to do, just kind of structure it. So that's why I like to, contemplate the idea of having a resume buffet where it's. Sometimes I just forget I know how to do certain stuff.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute, I forgot. I can, do this. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Yeah.
But, let's see what else I did this weekend. Okay, yesterday I, went to, like, it was less of a belly dance showcase and more of a benefit. One of the students at our school, she apparently has been there.
Kids, today that's called a live action GoFundMe.
Bruh. Shit. So, what had happened was apparently sometime in 2020, I think.
Yeah.
One of the students there, she was been there longer than me, much older, far along. She had apparently died of cancer, which is unfortunate. She was a nice person when I met her.
Right.
I just didn't know that much about her because I'd come into the picture about a year prior to her passing. And the benefit was basically for her to raise money for a scholarship to the school and also to the charity of her family's choice. They chose Safe Harbor, so
cool.
Most of the proceeds went to them. That's no big deal.
Sure.
They had a silent auction. Apparently, the student in question, she was like really big into trying new things and being artistic. So there was like a little make and take art station in the back of the room, which was cool. I liked it. Let's see. Funniest thing about that art make and take.
Now you got to draw a tree.
Yeah, I got to draw a tree. So here's the thing. Right now, I'm mostly working with charcoal and pastels just because it's fucking fun.
Yeah.
I like it so much. I don't question me.
No, don't worry. Hands on.
Mm-hmm. So, plus it looks really cool as fuck when you blend it. So, I go up to one of the tables, and it's one of those, like, one of those kid-type, art sets that I don't usually prefer, because it's cheap as fuck. But, for a kid, it works, you see.
Sure.
It's something for a kid.
Starter kit.
Yeah, starter kit. With the pencils and the watercolor and, all the other stuff. So, what had happened was, I grabbed what I thought was a pastel. It wasn't. And I grabbed one of the pieces of paper and I'd start to draw a tree. Just a tree at first. Just trying to do a little landscape portrait with, this new technique I learned called feathering, for pastel people. And I started to look at it and go, hey, this is kind of weird. It's not doing what I'm used to it doing. I take a piece of tissue paper, try to blend it. It's not blending. It's not blending. So I actually take my fingers and roll it around on the medium.
Yeah.
And nothing comes away. Pastels, you're getting something on your fingers when you use it. This was not a pastel. It was fucking crayon.
A big old crayon.
It was a big old crayon. So I basically just went, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm here.
Got a pack of candles and.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. I'm already here. I'm just gonna do my thing with the same technique because it looks cool. It looks abstract as fuck, which I wasn't intentionally doing that. But once I figured out it was crayon, I was like, okay.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? I know it's possible to make a masterpiece with crayon. I'm not there yet. So bear with me. At any rate, the reason why I'm telling you this is because some dude who belonged to like one of the other the other belly dancer groups that came in, he was flashing a news press pass around.
News press pass.
News press pass.
What an event you were involved in where there's actual news press.
I don't know. I think
passes.
I think he was just more of like a local reporter.
Was it on a lanyard?
Yeah.
Or was it stuck to his hat?
It was on a lanyard.
Like a fedora?
No.
Okay.
And he had a big camera, and he was asking if I could, he could take my picture as I'm, doing the drawing. And I got my hoodie up, my face mask on.
Was he taking pictures with a camera or a phone?
A camera. Like an actual, like a Nikon camera.
Like a big...
yeah, like
the matriarch's got.
Like the matriarch's got.
Okay.
Like one of those.
All right.
Probably not as big, because I know,
yeah.
matriarch.
Yeah.
So... I said yes because I was thinking, like, there's no way this guy is gonna, like, because I was already kind of skeeved out because, again, I'm not in any sort of costume because I'm not participating in this event. I just got busy last year over Christmas.
Right.
And it's cool. And, he used to eat snaps. I'm doing the thing because apparently when you look like you know what you're doing, you seem the most professional out of everyone else.
Sure. You look deliberate.
I was deliberate.
Yeah.
That's
how you can tell. That's how you can tell people know what they're doing or not.
Sure.
About, things.
Anything.
Just observe.
Uh-huh.
Are they hesitating or are they deliberate?
Exactly.
Right.
So, what had happened was, then he comes up and he's like, okay, so, for whatever article he's writing about the event, he asks for my name and I give it to him. He asks what the drawing is called. Here's the thing. I didn't say this to this young man. Look, it's a fucking sketch, okay? I'm just gonna tell you that right now. It is a fucking sketch. It is a tree on, like, a hill, and the sun is in the corner like you did at high school, or you did it, like, when you were a child. It just looks better,
Right.
And I told him the name of the piece is called Tree in the Foreground, because that's exactly what it is.
You should have called it something crazy abstract like moonshot or something like that.
I don't fucking...
Where it had absolutely nothing to do with what was in front of
No.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant.
No. Here's the thing. I have swam in those circles, those lofty, artsy circles. Still technically do.
Yeah, a little.
A little bit. People in this area, they're slightly more grounded, but I've come to the conclusion that in order to be an artiste, you have to embrace madness. I don't make the rules.
I don't make the rules.
Yeah, that's just how it is. Seriously, like, look throughout history, all of art history. Is there not who among the greatest artists that we've ever known, how many of them were sane, completely functional members of society?
They were all loners.
Uh-huh.
Some
had more problems than others, of course,
Of course.
Upstairs or none, but that's what I'm talking about. Ain't no artist is unless they're moonlighting as this deranged artist, there is not an artist alive that is like, I work for Block Corp in my cubicle. I do a 9 to 5. I like to drive my Honda Civic through highway traffic. Ain't no artist like that.
Not really.
Not unless they're seriously moonlighting. Like obviously, those people exist and they scare the shit out of me where they are completely functional. No drinking and driving, just these goody two-shoes, Mr. Rogers reincarnated. And then at night when they're at their, like, second or third job or whatever, their moonlighting job, They are deranged. I've known about 3 people like that in my life, and I broke up with one of them.
Yeah.
The other 2,
there's something to the nature of creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Entertains different realms, sure.
Oh yeah. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just pointing it out.
No.
So,
It's a gateway drug.
to an extent, or at least it's a gateway to get you drugs.
Sure.
So,
I'm pretty sure that happens.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, I'm trying to think. Let's see, artist, did more grounded. Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing. If I advance further along in whatever artistic venue I'm traveling down, I'm not gonna really call it a career until I make money off of it. So
Sure.
the venue, once I get more confidence, then I'll start doing crazy shit like I'm just gonna draw a triangle on a blank piece of paper, and I'm gonna title it "The German Reformation" and let people figure that shit out. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, that's what it's come to. It's unfortunately art, not 100% across the board, but a lot of art, especially shit that hits the news really quickly, it kind of has devolved into a money laundering scheme.
I'm of the opinion that money laundering has been associated with art
For a long time. No, I know.
For a long time.
No. And there's not a problem with it. Well, okay,
No,
okay.
Per se.
Morality-wise, we'll let you, the listener, decide. But what I mean by that is they're not even laundering good art. You paint 3 red horizontal lines across a huge-ass canvas, and that goes for like $36 million. That's not even good art. You know?
Now.
There's abstract, and then there's
people
minimal.
Want to spend their money on what they want to spend their money on.
Sure, whatever. Look, like, here's the thing. There's abstract, there's minimalism, and then there's what the fuck are you buying?
I'm gonna put it on that wall.
Like,
right
you
over
can't.
there.
Like, you can't tell me. You cannot tell me that 3 red horizontal lines across a big ass blank canvas. You know, you can't argue that it's minimalist data. Fuck you.
All right.
Just to flex that I'm not some pushover. I know what dataism is.
Yeah. You know, and you've been. I mean, we've been in a lot of museums.
Oh, of course.
I mean, on the National Mall and out on the West Coast.
Beautiful. Oh yeah.
A lot of art. So
yeah, I'm not saying that you got to get as detailed as the Renaissance painters, but put some effort into it.
Well, hey, you know.
Like, here's the thing. I like Jackson Pollock stuff, and I am 83% sure that all that shit was just pure money laundering, all his stuff. He literally just laid the canvas onto the floor and just dripped paint all over it. Like, he was smoking, like chain smoking as he did it. And it's on the painting. And I'm like, okay, you can't tell me this guy was like, I'm gonna scam these motherfuckers. And you know what?
Ooh, big storm coming.
You can hear that. You can hear that on the microphone. I wonder if you'll hear it in post. The sound of the rain on the roof. That's pretty. Yeah, it's a big storm coming.
I'll see. Where are we at? 20 minutes in?
Yeah.
I'll look at it.
Yeah, no problem. So,
I might beef it up.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So, basically...
Boom! Klaxons. There's some special effects in the background. Get to the shelter. Yeah.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah. So that was kind of what happened Saturday. Obviously, the whole benefit was really good. I can't help but felt hollow and empty when they did like the really big emotional pieces. It's like, we miss you. You were taken too soon, and I'm over here like, I barely know this person.
Well,
Am I supposed to cry?
No, well,
I don't mean that. No. Here's the thing. I don't mean that in a caustic way.
I know you don't.
I mean that in a I don't know what to feel kind of way.
Right.
Like, yes, I'm supposed to be sad, but
I
for
think
better or for worse, I didn't.
Your level of emotional involvement with this person notwithstanding is probably adequate to just the fact that you attended.
Yes.
Okay.
Indeed.
That shows your level of association and paying your respect.
Yeah.
And, hey.
Yeah, I didn't go there to get like blasted drunk and get naked. I didn't do that.
Yeah. I hope not.
No. No, not really.
You know.
Yeah. And I don't mean ill will towards anyone involved or anyone that was celebrated, you know. I'm just like, I'm having fun.
Did they auction off things that she had created?
Some of it she created. Some of it was just to go towards the people that are benefiting.
Sure.
There was one thing that I like. You know, the silent auction, it was like this full soot robe. It was genuine as soot. It wasn't like a Melodia Designs or anything. For people who, yeah, I know. Why are you looking towards the TV like it's a camera?
Because I'm breaking the fourth wall.
What fourth wall? There isn't even walls on a podcast.
Says you.
We are the fourth. We're sitting atop the fourth wall.
Fifth, maybe even the sixth wall violation.
Fourth wall break and a fourth wall break. That's like 16 walls. Thank you, Deadpool, for that joke.
That's right.
I love that joke.
Interdimensional police will be showing up anytime now.
Yes. So,
Time now.
So, I wanted it, but I didn't have the funds to acquire it, nor was I gonna, quote unquote, fight anyone over it, you see, because it was a silent auction, and I'm not the type of person that locates the individual who took what I wanted in the parking lot. Yeah, I'm not that type of person.
I want to see a Donnybrook at Sotheby's. A Donnybrook at Sotheby's auctions. Mm-hmm. Yes. All those suits in there whacking it out.
Oh, I would feel much better if that was the case. Let's see. So that went really well. And the big event. The big event of my weekend. It started big and slowly de-escalated, which in all hindsight is probably for the best. Yeah.
How can we forget that? Sure.
I went to go see the Tool tribute band.
Must be good.
Oh, it was good.
She went out of town.
I went 2 hours out of town. It actually wasn't that far.
No, it was
literally a straight shot.
Without traffic, it's not a bad ride.
No, it was. Yeah, there was
and
no
it didn't
traffic.
Used to have traffic.
Yes,
but we have traffic now because everybody in the country is moving in this direction. We could talk about that too.
I don't wanna, because I'm sick of it.
I got some friends that I used to travel on the road with that were living out on the West Coast, and they're now moving this way.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, how about that?
Interesting.
Fucking housing crisis. Anyway, so, basically.
So you went out of town.
I went out of town. I showed up like 2.5 hours before the event.
Woo!
Because I was
still didn't get good parking.
Yeah, still didn't get good fucking parking.
Beat that?
Let me start from the top.
I couldn't believe when you told me that. I was like, what?
Let me start from the top.
You still ran 10 blocks?
Hey, no, spoiler. let me start from the top. All right, I've been looking forward to this since late December, a couple weeks ago, basically. So 3 weeks ago, because I was like, I need to do something.
Sure.
I like to. These guys are awesome, because I almost died at the last time I saw them. But we already have
the mosh pit in the closet.
Yeah, the mosh pit in the closet. Here's the thing. I'm not anti-mosh pit. I just don't want to do one inside of a closet.
That's right.
Because I don't want to get slammed into the wall repeatedly, you see.
Yeah.
That's the difference. So from the top, I show up. I show up about 2.5 hours before the event because I didn't know what traffic was going to be like in a big city on a Friday night.
Sure.
You see?
Yeah.
Plus, it's good to like show up kind of extra early to a place that you've never been to before to kind of scout around.
Yeah.
I fully believe that as someone who likes to travel out of town. Not super duper far, but, you know, far enough to where it changes the scenery.
Sure.
Thankfully, we live in a pretty environmentally diverse-ish area, you know.
We do.
It's like there's like mountains, there's beaches and shit.
Yep.
So it just depends on what direction you travel in.
Right.
Let's see. I get in. I immediately locate a local restaurant because that's another tenet of mine. You know, if I'm going to travel out of town, I want to eat at a local restaurant, not a chain.
Not a chain.
Something that's owned by the people that live there. There's nothing wrong with chains.
Taste of local flavor.
Taste of local flavors. Is right. I don't have anything against chains. They're good in a pinch.
They feed me often.
Yeah, it's good in a pinch. But if I'm traveling for like leisure traveling,
yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna eat local.
Sure.
I don't care if I got.
Shot.
Yeah, I don't care if I got to drive. I don't care if I got to drive into like the outskirts of the place to go to like barbecue food truck. If it's good barbecue and I hear about it, I'm going.
Yep.
You gonna give me some brisket.
Yeah.
So I roll up to this place, and again, in conjunction with not giving away the exact location, our exact location, I show up at apparently on when I looked it up online, you know, I was looking up on maps what local places. I showed up at like a gastropub.
Gastropub.
Yes.
I know what gastro means.
Yes.
And I know what pub means.
Yes.
I'm assuming that means a place where you can get something to drink and something to eat, obviously, but pub covers that.
Yes.
So how does gastro apply?
I have no fucking idea. I went to a gastropub. I still don't know what the fuck a gastropub is.
What, it said it on the sign or something?
No, it was like you pull up Google Maps and you're like, you know, you type in whatever and you find a restaurant and it kind of gives you its stats. If it's like American food, Indian food, if it's a sushi bar. It said that it listed this place as a gastropub.
I must not be cool enough to understand that.
I must not be cool enough.
I
either.
understand it.
Yeah, I must not be cool either.
What was the fare there?
Well, here's the thing. I roll up into this place, and here's the thing. The one thing I do know about the word gastro bar is it is synonymous with hipster.
Oh.
This place was not an exception.
Oh.
Yeah. So
it's a new term.
Yeah. It basically denotes hipster location.
All
you
right.
see. No grief against it. That's just what it is. So I roll up in there. I mosey up to the bar because the place is packed, and I said to the waitress, if you want to put me on the bar so you're not wasting a table, that's perfectly fine. And she said, well, they don't have tables, so she's going to have to do that anyway. I said, cool.
Cool.
No big deal. As long as I can get food at the bar, I don't give a shit. So I pull up in there, order a cider, of course, because I am freaking the fuck out. I know I said I wouldn't, but I was shaking because I'm in a place I have never been before.
Right.
I am minimum of 2 hours away from any sort of like safety net or a person that could help me.
Right.
You see, and it's at night.
Yeah, I got friends in that town. I just have no idea where they are
exactly,
now.
You know. So, I was shit scared.
And you're shoulder to shoulder in a joint.
Yeah.
And I'm not used to that many people either.
Oh, yeah.
I can function in it.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I dressed extremely, I was not dressed for, like, a social gathering. No, I had, like, the leather jacket with the hoodie underneath it, you know, trying to look as masculine as possible so no one can fuck with me.
Just the way it is.
Just the way it is. I wish I could go to places where I've never been in like a beautiful sundress.
Of course, if you'd have walked in there dressed like a Disney princess, it would have scared the shit out of everybody.
Anyway. That's just the reality of it.
It's like Tinkerbell after a bender.
Yeah, exactly. Which, it's not out of my repertoire, I must say. So...
Always a pleasure.
Indeed. So what had happened was, you know, I'm dressed to look intimidating because again, I don't want anyone to fuck with me.
Right.
Just how it is. And
Of course, you did wear black into a place like that.
Well, to go into a Tool concert, you kind of have to.
Well, yeah,
but
I don't know what I mean. What about the gastro
gastropub?
bar?
I don't fucking care.
Right.
That's the difference. These are civilians. They're not going to do anything. You know.
Their blood sugar's low. They need food. What are they going to do?
Yeah, exactly. Plus, a lot of them are either like vegan or not, or vegetarian. You know, you don't really see a lot of big muscular hipsters.
Right.
So not usually. Plus, I was pretty sure I was one of the very few people in that restaurant that was armed.
Sure.
Not with a gun. I got like 2 or 3 knives on me or something.
You don't need a weapon.
It helps.
I'm not telling you not to take it, but
yeah.
You're still the most dangerous person in there.
Indeed. So basically, I order like some cider, a glass of water, and some catfish stew, which was really good.
Really?
It came with some cornbread.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, it had like tomatoes and catfish. It was also the only thing on the menu that I knew what the fuck it was.
Ah.
Okay, one of the few things I knew what it was, because they had like steak and salads.
Yeah.
That was it. And then they had a stew, and I was like, oh, thank God.
That's definitely a local item.
Sure.
Yeah.
No problem with that. So I order my catfish stew, and I'm eating my cornbread. and they give me a thing.
Did you get a PBR?
Fuck no.
I'm sorry. Continue.
I said cider. Hard cider. That's my drink of choice.
That's right.
Anyway, so they bring me out like a little squirty bottle of hot sauce. It didn't say hot sauce. It was like it was a homemade restaurant local hot sauce that the people in the back of the house made.
Right.
And I'm like, drizzling it pretty hard on my stew, and it is not doing anything. I am almost emptying this squirty bottle into my stew, and it is not doing a damn thing.
And you're definitely in a white people club.
I am definitely in a white people club. And you know how I knew I was in a white people club?
Yeah.
To the barmaid, she came up and asked me how my food was, and I said, "Oh, it's just fantastic. I love the cornbread, I love the stew." And I said, "By the way, this squirty bottle, is this hot sauce?" I figured it was, but I wanted to ask her.
Right.
She said, "Oh yeah, hot, local. We made it in the back of the, in the kitchen, homegrown ingredient. Yeah, blah blah blah. Hipster, yeah, whatever. Nothing wrong with it, but whatever."
Sure.
And I said, I asked her. I said, "Okay, that's cool. I was just curious, not trying to be a jerk." So I said to her, I said, "Do you have anything stronger?" There was a blip of a moment where shock glazed across her eyes.
Did she mentally flatline for a second?
Yes.
Boop.
And she told me they didn't have anything stronger. It just depends on what kind of peppers come in. I said, "Oh, okay. Thank you.
Buffering.
Yeah, exactly. That's when I knew I was in trouble. At that moment, I knew that I was in a place where white people go, and at that moment, I was most proudest of myself. Because I am faux show, not one of them crackers that's like, "Oh, ketchup is too spicy."
Ketchup is too spicy.
Yeah, I've met those people. I think you've met those people,
I have.
too.
They ruin good food joints.
Yeah, it's like, why the fuck do you have to put raisins in your goddamn mac and cheese? What the hell is wrong with you?
I mean, I'm all for...
Put raisins in mashed potato? Man, fuck you!
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, seasoning... We believe in seasoning in this house. We're Southern.
Yeah, it ain't just salt and butter.
Mm-mm.
I don't have
no pepper, garlic.
I don't have a spice
coriander.
rack. I have a spice cabinet.
Yeah, it's a fucking cabinet. Tandoori spice. I figured out how to make ghee, so we can do that. If for some reason you need a recipe that needed it, I know how to make it now.
All right.
Don't ask why.
I don't want to know.
This is the year where I start learning random shit, and I don't know when it's going to come into play, but it will. So I eat my food, and I get back out to my car, and I go to a Starbucks because they have Wi-Fi, and I had a gift card, so I'm technically not paying them my money.
Sure.
No, nothing wrong with that.
But you are a customer, so you can be in the door. That's all
Yeah,
right.
it's basically the whole point. So I wasn't freezing my ass off in the car while I'm basically buying time for it to get closer to, the time when I designated to go find a parking spot. That time comes, there ain't shit. Plus, this is a city where they have meters, like coin meters. I did not know. Because the city that we're closest to, they don't have meters.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. They just have, if you park for more than X number of hours, we're just going to give you a ticket,
Right.
Which I don't mind, personally. I like that better. And I find the only available public parking, was about 10 blocks away.
Lovely.
Not even on the main street.
Was it a garage?
It was a garage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
10 blocks. Wow.
10 fucking blocks. That's another thing that I'm not used to, because in the city that we live closest to, they have more than just 2 parking garages in one spot.
Yes.
There's
like 5 in a very congested area.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was used to. I was used to that, because obviously there has to be a big string of revenue.
You know you're going to need a sled of dogs.
Yeah, I didn't know I was going to need a fucking sled of dogs. So I park. I've got about 20 to 30 minutes before it's showtime.
Right.
I'm 10 blocks away. I don't do cardio. Not regularly.
Not that kind of cardio.
Not that kind of cardio. And I'm like, I must see Tool tribute band people. Well, I must see Tool.
It's like, what, 25 degrees out?
Yeah, probably less so.
Yeah.
Yeah, according to the Starbucks light up sign, it was about 14.
Okay. I know it was cold the other day.
Yeah, it was. I'm glad I bundled the fuck up.
Good.
Because I would have been fucking toast if I hadn't. So I book it. Not the whole time, obviously.
Sure.
I'm jogging about 70% of the time. That other 30%, when I get my breath back, I'm booking it. And I get in through the door. My phone dies.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I think I need a new phone because it's now starting to basically die when it gets to about 50%. And every time I call people, the screen goes black and it will not let me do anything else. Meaning I can't hang up the phone. They have to hang up the phone. I know.
Yep.
I don't know who to talk to about that. I don't know.
Talk to the matriarch.
Oh, I know that. I'm just like, how am I going to bring this up?
She's Ma Bell in this house.
No, that's cool. So I get in there. Thankfully, I just had to give them my name. I didn't have to show them like a QR code or anything.
Cool.
So I give them my name. They said, sit at the bar or, go into the main room and, just be cool. Thankfully, I find an outlet so I can find my way back to the public parking.
Right.
All right, so I'm charging my phone. I'm like in one corner of the room waiting for these guys to get on stage. I put my concert-ready earplugs in because I did not want to die via deafness. And they played, and my brain turned off for 3 hours.
Woo!
That was why I wanted to go.
That's awesome.
Was to just fucking turn my brain off and just vibe. That's what we say nowadays. We just jam. We just vibing,
Vibing.
Yeah, I got a little bit self-conscious when, here's the thing. I'm also a belly dancer. So the entire 3 hours, I basically just treated it as like, this is probably going to sound so fucking egotistical, but, there's this huge thing in the belly dancer culture where you play live music next to a dancer and the dancer dances to the live music and they're just kind of feeding back and forth off each other. And I basically treated the whole 3 hours as like, I am the live dancer and the band is playing for me, and I'm in my own little fucking corner just doing Mayas and shit. I got a little bit self-conscious doing shit like that when they started playing the song Prison Sex, and I was like, I don't think I need to do this right over here. I'm going back to my corner.
Right.
The crowd.
Well, they played 2 sets?
Oh, 2 sets. That's why it was 3 hours
2
long.
long sets, cool.
Oh my god, it was so worth it. I loved it. The funniest part of the whole, one of the funniest parts of the actual performance is for the most part, first and foremost, they asked if anyone had like a request.
Oh, really?
That was a mistake.
That was a big mistake.
Yes. Because the crowd would not let up. They were. The fucked up part is they cut this song from their set list.
Right.
But the crowd would not let up with them basically trying to tell the band to play the song "Hooker with a Penis." They would not let up. And it's like, guys, come on.
Well.
And they cut that song from the set list, but the crowd wanted it anyway, and they didn't do it. And it's like, dude, come on. The one time, you see.
Right.
And that made me laugh. They just would not shut up. The crowd would not shut up about it.
But they didn't play it.
They didn't play it. And I was like, what the fuck? Whatever.
Well, things are a lot different nowadays.
Yeah, I know.
It's
but...
like that. We went and visited my buddy the other, around the New Year.
Oh, yeah.
Playing in that band, and, everybody goes outside to smoke.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you, I'm not pro or con, but sure. I can't tell you how much of a mind that was for me personally.
How so?
Can't smoke in a bar?
Yeah, that's.
I grew up. Bars are synonymous with cigarettes.
Exactly.
You couldn't have one without the other.
I know.
I love that line in Semi-Pro.
Yeah, Semi-Pro.
Semi-Pro with the 2 announcers there, and he goes, "Hey,
God.
Do you mind not smoking?" He goes, "I like to smoke when I drink."
Yeah. Shit happens, bruh. Get over it.
He's got a bottle of liquor and a pack of Marlboros over there, and he's like, "Could you stop smoking, please? I like to smoke when I drink."
Yeah, exactly.
And he's not supposed to be doing either one.
Exactly.
That's the joke, kids.
That's the joke, kids.
All right.
So
cool.
Oh, it was fun. I also realized I am about a foot taller than their lead singer.
Yeah, I get used to that.
Yeah, it was a complete Rodney James Dio situation.
A lot of rock singers are not large people.
Which is so weird.
Now, opera singers can get a little heavy.
Oh, sure. It's just, it's kind of like with Dio and Sully from Godsmack, why a lot of times in their music videos they kind of have the camera pointing up at them rather than down on them.
Right.
Is because they point up at them to make them seem larger, because it's kind of a little bit of an uncanny valley effect for someone to just have this powerful voice.
Right.
But they're so small,
so diminutive.
Yeah, it's very uncanny. It's kind of it's in the uncanny valley to an extent, where it's just very disconnected from what you expect.
Right.
So
and
they try to make them taller.
In the early days when I was a young warrior, in the early days of MTV, when Rainbow in the Dark came out by Ronnie James Dio. They shot the video with him standing on top of a building. Yeah. So all they had, his background was like 90% sky.
Yeah, and he looked huge.
Right. And I had no idea.
Yeah, it looked like a giant.
I mean, I knew he wasn't a big guy.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was like 5'2".
Yeah, exactly.
Sully from Godsmack's like that too.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how much power these smaller people generate when they sing.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
They use a lot of vocal compression. Oh
yeah.
They don't need to be too big.
No, not.
And that's
really.
just the style of the music.
Yeah, it's just style of music.
Right.
No, I don't. Yeah, I didn't know what I was expecting. I mean, the rest of the band, the lead singer, he was like in character. He had like a fucking wig on. He was in character. He was basically cosplaying.
You said he had the riot gear on too?
Yes.
Oh boy.
No. The lead singer was the one with the riot gear. Basically, all of them are essentially cosplaying the original members of Tool.
Right.
The lead guitarist, he had a fucking wig on. He was basically, oh god, what the fuck is his name? Oh, I'm gonna get so much hate for this. The lead guitarist of Tool, he was they were cosplaying him.
Right.
Same thing with the drummer and the bass player. And the drummer and the bass player, except for the lead singer, they were having the most fun. The bass player was he was smiling. He was just waving his head back and forth, his hair blowing in the fans on the stage. He was so happy. It was like your buddy.
Right.
He looked the same.
Right.
He had that level of happiness. Bliss. Same thing with the drummer. He was doing all this crazy octopus shit that you'd think is a joke, but no. That's legit.
Yeah, that's legit.
They were all having so much fun. I wasn't sure about the lead guitarist, because again, he had the wig and the glasses, because he's in cosplay mode.
Right.
But he played good nonetheless. The lead singer, he eventually takes off his helmet and his cop shades off. He's got long black hair, apparently. And he steps off the stage because, they do all that thing. They talk to the people because they're not big enough to basically get escorted out or else they'll be robbed.
Right.
So, they get down off the stage and they start talking to people, chatting people up. And that's when the only thing that stopped me from talking to the band members was because I was laughing too fucking hard when the lead singer comes off the stage and I'm staring straight over his head and I just started laughing.
All right.
I was like 20 feet away, but I still started laughing because I was like, oh my god, this always happens. Just laughing. Then I drive home and it was beautiful. Oh, last thing.
Yeah.
After the show ended, I put all my gear back and I went, oh, wait a minute. It's 10 blocks back to my parking spot. This could be troublesome because it's like midnight.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this could be a problem. So the entire 10-block walk back to my car, I have my phone with Google Maps, because that's how I found the garage in the first place, in my left hand, and in my right hand, by my side, I had my trench knife out.
Oh, boy.
10 blocks. Leather jacket, purple hoodie, mask, trench knife, phone.
Trench knife phone.
If on the one hand, I was thinking, someone's going to call the cops on me. But on the other hand, this is a big enough city. I'm not actively engaging. I'm not in a predatory stance. I'm not stalking someone like a wolf.
Yes, unless there's a Karen out there looking for probable cause.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not stalking anyone like a wolf. I'm trying to get back to my car.
I just want to leave, man.
Yeah, I just want to fucking leave in one piece and not be accosted. You see.
I'm not resisting arrest. I'm just trying to go home.
Yeah, I'm trying to go home. So that is how I capped off my night after the Tool concert. I walked 10 blocks back to my car with a knife in my hand and a phone in the other.
Better to be prepared than surprised is all I can tell you.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Uh-huh.
Be wary of people walking up to you,
Mm-hmm.
especially to ask you for a light.
Yeah.
Any type of initial exchange that leaves you open. Hey, you got a lighter. Hey, you got a match.
Nope.
Just keep on moving.
Yeah, keep on moving.
I'm not saying you got to tell them to go fuck themselves.
You just keep walking.
You just keep walking. Don't you stop.
Yeah, don't you stop.
Don't you let your guard down.
So that was my weekend.
You had a pretty active weekend.
Yes, I did.
You look pretty good for it, too. I mean, you don't look tired. You look like you got your rest.
Yeah, because I slept yesterday.
Yeah. You did the right thing.
Yeah.
I've been very guilty of that.
Not sleeping?
Not sleeping.
I considered it, but then I realized, oh, wait, I got more shit to do tomorrow. Or, phrase that, I got more shit to do in like a couple of hours. Fuck! So.
Sure.
You can't, okay.
You fulfill your responsibilities.
Correct.
And then you went and took a nap.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically how
a power nap.
Yeah. That's basically how I like to conduct myself is, I don't believe in 100% living on the edge, but I like to conduct myself with some level of caution and rationality.
Sure.
I mean, I just admitted on the air that I like to eat fire, but I still slept. I still attended to my clientele at the gym where I personally trained them.
Right.
And I still had fun this weekend, so.
You had a good time this weekend.
I did have a good time. 10 out of 10 would definitely do it again.
I didn't have a bad time.
Probably with more alcohol.
I'm starting to settle out.
Mm-hmm.
My body's starting to turn around from my previous job.
Yeah, I mean...
It's taken me almost 4 months to just get to the point where I don't ache all the time. That's pretty cool.
It's no big deal.
You know...
well, here's the thing. You're doing it for a purpose. I'm doing it for more, like, recreational stuff.
Well, I mean, you're in an opportunity. That's what I'm telling you, people.
Yeah.
I mean, you got an opportunity to... It's like if you have an opportunity to travel, you should. If you have an opportunity to go to a concert, go to a concert.
Yeah, go to a concert.
Live your life. Smell the roses. Enjoy your time.
And I like to do that,
And, do your thing.
Yeah. So what were the notes you wanted to talk about?
Oh.
I guess that new... That movie you saw?
Which one?
The Suicide Squad movie?
Oh my God.
Go ahead. Floor is yours. I've talked for almost an hour. You go ahead. Just
listen.
Just vent.
All right. Okay.
Go for it, man.
So
this definitely would be a can, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Canned, panned, grand.
Definitely. I can't even
panned. Yeah.
Panned is just talking bad about it, and you say there might have some worth to it. Grand is great. Canned is
should not have existed.
Okay, all right. Here goes the first Suicide Squad movie. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna make. Here comes the people from Suicide Squad 1. Hey guys, we're gonna make the greatest worst movie in the history of the planet. Suicide Squad 2. Hold my beer. Holy cow.
Shit.
And it was horrible. I'm surprised. Hey, I know why people get shot in Hollywood or something, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, that Suicide Squad 2 movie was lacking in a way that I think I have at least an average grasp of the vocabulary and lexicon, but holy cow. I don't even understand how somebody should have got tarred and feathered over that. I don't mean just fired and the prize withheld.
Yeah.
I mean, it was horrible. It was so bad in so many ways. And you think, man, this is really bad. It can't possibly get any worse. And it just got worse and worse and worse. And personally, if I was in it, I mean, a big paycheck notwithstanding,
sure,
I would be embarrassed.
Yeah.
And I think it's a shame because I like Margot Robbie, and I think they have totally thrown away the possibility of her playing that character, Harley Quinn. I think they could have turned it into a franchise. But the first 2 movies they did with her.
Yeah, it was Suicide Squad and then Birds of Prey.
And Birds of Prey was just like, blah.
Like, here's the thing.
But you know what?
What?
Suicide Squad 2 was worse.
Yeah, it was worse.
Than Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
I can't even fit into I don't even do that kind of work.
Mm-mm.
It was not even palatable. As soon as it hits your tongue, you just spit it right back out.
Yeah.
You don't chew it up. You don't try to get it down. You don't force it down. It's so bad. As soon as it hits your tongue, you're just like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like, nope.
It was just like that. It was so bad. Cinematography was pretty good. The effects were pretty good. The costumes and everything were pretty good. But the story was absolute trash. And they didn't try to get crazy woke like Birds of Prey did, which is what killed that one, in my opinion.
Yeah, I didn't even like Birds of Prey as a chick.
And I wanted to.
Yeah.
I wanted to like it. And it wasn't the silly show. I mean, I am fascinated by the character of Harley Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not that she's just crazy and hot like, you know, high school, but
yeah, but here's the thing: Harley Quinn is a doctor.
Yeah,
like she's a.
I mean, I think they could have.
She's a psychiatrist. I think she's a double major.
I mean, look at.
She's not pure eye candy.
Right. Look at how iconic the Joker is.
Yeah.
Okay, she's literally the. Okay, if you're gonna make a big deal out of Captain Marvel, the female icon, you know, whatever the what is that's Marvel?
Yeah, that's Marvel.
So whatever Marvel is like Captain Marvel is like Marvel's Superman, that sort of thing.
Yeah, basically.
And there's no good reason why Harley Quinn couldn't be that feminine icon Joker character, which is what I thought she was and what I thought they were going to be able to do with her. But the movies the vehicles are just atrocious.
Yeah, DC for some reason they just cannot get their shit together when it comes to their movies.
I mean, and I thought the one where all of course, I grew up with Super Friends.
Sure.
Dun, 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 dun. I grew up with that every Saturday morning, right?
Yeah.
So, when I saw through the Superman movies, DC was trying to put, kind of a more, especially the one with the one that ended with the death of Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that that was where they all got together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, the ending battle was fantastic. I thought it was very well done. It had this gritty realism to it that on a big screen, we didn't see it in the theater, but on a big screen, say in IMAX or something, it would have been downright scary,
Yeah.
I mean, it was palpable, the tension over the scene was absolutely palpable.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I enjoyed it, but then they've just gone to pot.
I don't get it.
I guess they've got that built-in audience that they're,
I guess.
like Star Trek.
Yes.
And Star Wars, the last 3 movies, you just got that built-in check where you can just throw stuff out there and that's not put together well, and make a minimum. I mean, it's like I don't know. It's unbelievable to me how bad it was. I mean, it was just, and it must have had a huge budget. It must have had a huge
in order for it to look good, it had to have the budget. But at the same time, it's like, guys, Hollywood or whoever the fuck. How have you not learned this lesson already?
Well, I mean, it was
always the same.
It was very tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah. And
then sometimes it got ridiculously tongue-in-cheek. And
there's nothing wrong with tongue-in-cheek, but you gotta pull back sometimes.
There's a difference between humor and campy.
Mm-hmm.
And campy is humorous.
Sure. And
humor can be campy. But I mean, it was like...
It was campy without the humor?
Then they had the Bloodsport, the Idris character.
Yeah, whoever the fuck.
What's his name? The guy that they were...
the guy that plays Heimdall. Idris, I can't say his fucking name.
And they got him...
Who is awesome.
Who's great.
Yeah, he's great.
And then they got him opposite John Cena. John Cena is John Cena.
John Cena is John Cena.
Okay, nobody expects him to pull off anything, like Rock Hudson and the Giant or anything. Right.
Although, I don't know if this
I mean, he's trying to turn himself into the Rock.
Well, no dirt.
And those doy roles early on.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. You can't wrestle forever.
No, you can't. And I understand that. And there's a career ahead of him.
But the thing is, John Cena, he's trying so hard to get out.
Yeah, I don't take anything away from him.
No.
I mean, if I was...
And plus, with on Marvels and Guardians of the Galaxy...
Yeah.
Drax...
Yeah.
That's Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
Right. Who, he's no great shakes either. but he had a role that he was perfect for.
It was perfect, absolutely perfect.
He's perfect as Drax.
He's perfect as Drax.
Yeah.
Drax is a very one-dimensional character.
Yeah.
And they don't try to make him into anything else but that.
But just some dude.
And whatever this thing was that Cena was, I can't even. It was just, just none of it fit.
I don't know.
Just none of it fit.
Well, the thing is, wrestlers, they have like one of two roles. They're either the face or the heel. That is, monumentously one-dimensional. And but they're good at it.
You already had one. See, Harley Quinn is supposed to get all that funny. She's supposed to get that psychopathic comedy.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they had Cena in it too. It was just you can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't have that much. It was bad.
Yeah.
Man, it was bad. I couldn't believe it. I kept watching it because I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
It was like a train wreck. You can't look away.
Yeah, it was like a 3-hour train wreck. It was long and it just got longer.
Oh, that's the worst.
It dragged and I mean, oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They probably could cut 30 minutes out of that movie and make it into something better.
I don't know.
At least make it a quick death.
Yeah, quick death.
Instead of having me on the rack. Buried me in an anthill and had me eaten by,
So it's one thing for it to be a bad movie. It's another thing for you to waste your fucking afternoon watching
Exactly. Exactly. Give them an hour back.
Yeah.
Cut an hour off of it.
Nope. They just went full. They went hard into it, I guess.
Yeah. It's like when you pick up like this movie's 97 minutes. You're like, what?
Yeah.
I better be running during that 97 minutes. Okay, but this thing is like almost just like 2 hours or so. I don't know.
Something like
it. Drug. And it makes me. It literally got to. I just couldn't finish it. I could not stay engaged. Put it on early in the morning. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Oh well.
I'd be curious to know what the Rotten Tomato score was, or how many raspberries it's going to win this year.
You want me to look that shit up?
Sure.
While you thumb through the rest of your notes?
The only other thing that struck me this week is I'm curious. There's a very interesting home decorative move going on with people nowadays.
What?
And it seems to be that there's this huge industry that is stuff to store your stuff.
Okay.
It's like I'm going to buy a cabinet to store all these things over here on this shelf, but I'm going to buy a cabinet to clear all these things off this shelf, so I can put more things on the shelf.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. People buying things to store all their things. It's like, why don't you just get rid of the things? Well, all the things are in the way, so I'm going to buy some things to help me clean up my things, but you still got too many things. All right. Stop buying things. You don't need things. You don't need things to store your things. All right?
Yeah.
Get rid of the stuff. Minimalist, yo.
Fuck that, man.
I just thought that it just jumped up on me the other day. It's like there's this huge, huge industry that's just things to store your things. So,
dude, minimalism is for rich white people. Man, fuck that.
Wow.
Look. Here's the thing. I'm not a believer.
Just more stuff to dust.
No. I'm not saying to get so much stuff where you're just fucking loading your house and walls and everything with just stuff. I don't believe in that. But I
mean, you got a right to, decorating the way you want to, but
this cannot be real.
Why? Is the rating less than absolute zero?
That's the rating.
Okay, explain. Is the high number good?
Yeah.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fake. There is no way. No way. No way. 2 hours and 12 minutes. No way.
Rotten Tomatoes says that that Suicide Squad is 90% fresh, and the audience score is 82.
They might when they.
I know.
When they poll those people, they should stay out of the graveyards. All I'm going to tell you.
Hey, don't get political up in this bitch. Look, I stopped using Rotten Tomatoes.
There's no way.
I stopped using Rotten Tomatoes around the time that it came out that Rotten Tomatoes deleted a plethora of reviews surrounding Captain Marvel. And that's basically when I went, oh, so you're just gonna be a fucking shill for the people that make the movies, and we're not gonna get an honest review unless we look them up on YouTube. And
if that's what you're gonna be, then be that.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with you being that, but
but don't represent yourself.
Don't represent yourself with something else.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah. No, I'm not down with that. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's garbage.
Okay.
Yeah, I dare you. I dare anybody hearing this to throw Suicide Squad in when you have something better to do and see how long it holds you there.
Indeed.
I mean, I thought the first one was not great.
It wasn't.
But
it was aight.
It was aight. Okay. There were some big plot holes. Obviously, they were stretching on a couple of points.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: the first Suicide Squad, they had to go back and do a whole bunch of reshoots because part of it was.
Oh yeah, that's right. They delayed that movie 3 times.
Yeah, that's kind of a death
which is
nail.
like a death nail. Absolutely, yeah.
Well, here's the thing: part of the problem was Batman vs. Superman for industry standards tanked for the most part.
I thought it was pretty good.
It was. I personally didn't care for it, but so I'm trying to think. So they had basically the people who were above Suicide Squad. They kind of went, "Oh, this movie technically flopped because they didn't get all their money back, or they didn't make a huge."
You have to make double the budget.
Yeah, basically. So
if you don't make double, you can make the budget back.
Yeah.
But if you don't make double the budget, it's considered a flop.
Exactly. Yeah. So I try to tread lightly when I say a movie flopped. Sometimes these things don't flop because they got their money back. They just don't profit.
They don't get these huge profits.
Yeah, they don't get these huge profits.
Right.
So they basically
and
looked at...
I figure anything you do that you get...
You at least get your money back.
You at least get your return on investment.
Yeah, which is not 100% wasted effort.
No, it's not.
So, basically, the people behind Suicide Squad, they saw, oh, hey, Superman and versus Batman technically flopped. We're gonna take Suicide Squad, which was technically supposed to be a more serious movie, and we're gonna make it funny. So let's just throw shit at it, to make it humorous. And that's how we end up with the first Suicide Squad movie, with Jared Leto acting like an asshole.
Well, I don't think he had any impact on that movie at all.
No.
They just were able to attach his name to it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They cut, 75% of his stuff. So,
yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, they cut, the majority of the Joker footage.
I think they would have. Yeah, it would have.
So, because here's the thing. It makes him look even worse because him acting like an asshole on set, sending stupid shit to the rest of the cast, right. Except for, oh God, I can't remember the actress's name or the character's name, but the strong, independent black woman that's head of the government.
Oh, yeah.
Her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jared Leto didn't fuck with her. You want to know why?
Why?
You know who she's married to?
I have no idea.
Hang on.
You mean in real life?
Yes, in real life. Hang on, I gotta look this up.
She's the only consistent character in the whole series.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing. During the shooting of the first Suicide Squad, Jared Leto, he because he's in character, method acting,
all that stuff,
all that shit he sent to
dead animals,
dead animals to Will Smith and Margot Robbie and everybody else.
How does and somebody in his upper echelon,
how he was not sued? I don't know.
Click, Marjo, can you get my assistant Steve in here? Yeah, Steve. I got an idea, man. What I'm gonna do, and I need you to go out and find some roadkill. And I want you to wrap it up in a nice blue Tiffany box, and we're going to send it to my co-star. how do you even enter into that?
Yeah, honestly and truly,
because I know he didn't go out and do it himself.
No, he did not.
So somebody went out.
Viola Davis is the actress. The fact that he was not sued, because I remember reading one story back then. How the fuck am I going to say this diplomatically?
Sued about what? Just doing stupid stuff?
No, he specifically, possibly, allegedly sent a particular thing.
A finger? A head?
Nope.
An apple?
It was not organic.
Not organic.
Sent a.
Did it need its batteries changed?
Nope.
Oh.
Sent a very peculiar. Hang on, Wikipedia might tell me.
I don't know.
He sent a very peculiar string of beads to the guy that played Killer Croc, which is illegal.
Check Amazon.
It is extremely illegal.
All right.
Okay.
As long as those beads didn't involve any lubricant, I can.
I don't know. Shit. She's married to like an infamous football guy. Does the name Julius Tenen mean anything to you?
Not really.
Or was his nickname Headache Ball? Or that rung a bell.
No.
Oh, okay.
You mean somebody that got nicknamed that playing football?
Something like that.
No.
Like
no.
Shit.
That's self-labeled. I would remember somebody like that.
Yeah, hang on. Fuck, hang on. This is gonna drive me insane.
Dead air.
Yeah, dead air. Ooh, I'm so scared. But anyway.
Is it getting warm in here?
I don't know. But basically, she was the only person he didn't fuck with because if she
he
did,
sent her something from an endangered species or something?
No, because here's the thing: if Jared Leto, if he like did something like that to her, she basically would have had her husband, who, according to what I heard, is an infamous football guy.
Sure. To
go rough him up.
Absolutely.
Which is in her right, in my opinion.
Sure. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
So, yeah. Okay. On the financial edge, those listening.
Yeah.
The stock market that we are here in January of 2022, the stock market is going in the wrong direction. And there is going to be a hiccup soon. I don't know how big. It's going to be a jolt. People, I wouldn't overextend myself for the next 3 to 6 months just waiting for it, because it is going to happen.
Yeah. Okay,
the market is going to roll over. I don't know how far down it's going to go.
Who knows?
But we should have already been heading south market-wise, and we are on percentages.
Yeah.
But the market is looking very propped up. I think that has a lot to do with there's some legislation that's being bantied about and argued over that they can't get all the votes on. And personally, I just think it's a
smoke screen.
Well, it's a smoke screen. It's just a cash.
Sure.
It's a cash cover. It's like, hey, we didn't get enough money to cover all the stuff we need to cover, so let's try to get some more. And it's just not going to it is too late. It's not going to do anything. Economy. There's going to be a big pop. There is a bubble taking place. Yes, it's a bubble.
Yes, it's a bubble.
And it's going to pop. I don't know how big.
You want me to pull up the chart?
No.
Okay.
No. don't want to get into it. Just,
okay.
I mean, sooner or later, I think that's going to be a part of our podcast.
Sure, we just have like a special news bulletin.
We're learning.
Yeah.
We've learned a lot in the last year.
Yeah.
We've learned more in the last year than I learned in the last 10 years.
Indeed.
But
I'm still trying to learn.
And
because apparently I've been put on. Here's the book. I've been put on shorting stock duty, which is not a problem.
No. Hey.
Because, I mean, you saw a pattern with the cryptos.
Right.
With the whole pump and dump scheme. And here's the thing. I'm not a part... Not yet. I'm working on... Not really, but one day.
Oh, you just need to understand it.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
I'm also not a part of the dark pool on 4chan or wherever the fuck these guys meet, where they say, hey, let's pump up, like, I don't fucking know, Atom. You know, because that had a run.
Right.
Earlier this week.
Right.
Or earlier last week. I'm not a part of the dark pool that basically decides which crypto coins to pump and dump. Basically just jack the price up so everyone buys and then sell off. Basically, you know, sharing the sheet.
As it runs up. Yeah.
As it runs up.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm not a part of that group that decides that, but I know what it looks like.
Yeah.
When they do it.
Yeah.
And when they do it, I'm like, oh my god, it just went to high heaven out of nowhere. You could short the shit out of that because if it just bursts out of the glass roof without any momentum, it just is like, wham!
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to fall back down.
No, you can't sustain it.
Yeah, so it's a good opportunity to short.
Yeah, it's the angle.
Yeah,
okay.
It's the angle of the dangle.
If it's above, it's like you're looking at a clock. Okay, a stable market is somewhere around 3.
Yeah.
Okay, and the closer it gets to 1, closer that hand gets to 1 o'clock, or the 1 on the clock.
Yeah.
The more unsustainable that market is.
Yes.
Okay. And these pump and dumps are like
going from 3 to 12.
3 to 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's not sustainable.
No.
So I know what it looks like when they do it.
And you can't always catch it on the way up.
No, you can't because it's just a surprise.
Because it's a surprise. But when it starts running, you can short
the shit out of it.
Right.
I don't know how to do it. Like what I mean by that is I have a book that talks about how to short, like when you should, obviously.
What to look for.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. Warning signs.
Yeah, warning signs. But in terms of like technology-wise, the thing that we're using,
right.
I don't know how to log into a website involving crypto.
We have to use a different app.
Sure.
We have to talk about that.
But I don't know how to I don't know what crypto trading apps will let me short. That's the problem that I'm having.
Right.
Because the pump and dump, that's just easy. You just go like, percentage. This thing jumped up
1,000%.
Jumped up 1,000%. Short. Chop that tree.
Chop.
Plus, it's crypto. It's not like you're gonna short a business until it dies, like they're doing with GameStop.
It's a pure exchange. It's just like
it's pure exchange.
It's a pure exchange. It's not. It's even less.
You're not hurting anyone.
Not really
necessarily, except for the people who are getting involved.
There's a whole lot of play money in the crypto market.
A shit ton of play money.
Okay, stocks and bonds and everything else. You've got 401ks. You've got funds.
Because here's the thing.
Hedge funds.
Because here's the thing. I feel bad about shorting actual companies unless they're just super mega giants,
And there's some companies that in the future, once we figure out we're going after,
we're gonna short the shit out of them.
I don't
fuck them.
I don't like the way they do business.
Yeah, fuck them.
I'd like to see them go out of business.
Yeah, there's no problem with that. Yeah, there's those types of companies where I don't mind shorting, but then there's companies where I like you. I want you to stay around until I die,
Right. Well, look at GameStop, for crying out loud. GameStop was dead and buried.
Yeah, was dead and buried.
And
then r/Wall Street, which we had an entire podcast talking about that a couple months ago, if not last year. I can't remember. Well, 2 years ago. Can't remember. No, it was March, I think.
It's in the last year.
Yeah, in the last year.
Year and a half.
So basically, just a bunch of Reddit and internet trolls try to do combat with Wall Street, and the battle's still going on.
Yeah.
Because GameStop shot the fuck up a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, now they've got money now. They've expanded.
Exactly.
Who knew?
No, I'm still plugged into r/Wall Street Bets. I'm just a little hesitant because Wall Street Bets it has basically become, if you start seeing them telling you to buy something on that subreddit, you need to start shorting, because that means everybody's gonna buy it.
Right. Or you need to just look at it.
Or you just look at it.
Right.
Yeah. And make a decision.
Yeah.
But more often than not, Yeah. By the time
just learning what we're looking at.
Yeah, learning what we're looking at. No problem with that. So, There you go.
There you go. So, yeah.
We foresee the market rolling over.
Wait for the 50-day average to cross down below the 200-day average.
Fuck.
And then wait for the drop. And it's getting closer every day.
If anybody besides our closest friends and relatives hear this, go to cash, motherfucker!
Easy.
Sorry. I didn't mean to spit.
Oh.
I did not mean to. No, seriously.
How subpar.
Girdle your loins. Is that a better turn of phrase?
Bring the sheep in. Bring the plants in for just a couple of months.
Yeah, just a couple months. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing.
Just wait.
Just be conservative
for once
with your finances.
Indeed.
Don't take out any loans.
Shit.
Don't take out a second mortgage, because you're gonna be underwater.
Do you think it'll be bad enough to where I can finally afford a house? The rollover? Because I'm waiting
around here,
somewhere, maybe up in the mountains.
Well, the issue with this region is that everybody's moving in.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
The property values have shot up. Don't worry about it.
I know. I'm just you know me.
I know. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
Hey, look, I've already seen a piece of property up in the mountains. That is owned by a friend of my grandmother's, and I don't necessarily want their piece of property,
right?
Because that's coveting, but I want the equivalent of that,
right?
Huge acreage, smallish house. I might have a bigger house just because I like room,
right?
Little garden. That's all.
She got water on that land.
She's got water on that land.
Like
She's got a black walnut tree.
Cool.
I don't even care for black walnuts, but I want a black walnut tree because that's a natural resource right there.
Sure.
I saw that earlier this year, and I can't get it out of my mind. It's like, this is exactly what I want.
Right.
Just a swath of land, trees, a river. It's near the mountains. It's close enough to the beach where I don't feel like I'm driving 5 days to get to it.
Sure.
It's nice.
All right. There you go, kids.
Yeah.
Yay. And I don't know exactly what crypto is going to do. I'm curious.
We got no idea.
Well, the thing about it is we're going to see if Bitcoin can break 69.
Huh.
I'm also looking at Link, which is one of the few cryptos that's actually going in a positive direction. I don't know how long it'll last. But the thing, I read something within the last month that said that it suggested that gold is to the boomers what crypto is to the millennials, what gold is to the boomers. So when the market rolls over, I'm curious to see what crypto does. Is it going to follow the market, or are people going to start putting money in it and push it up? We'll see. If Bitcoin can break 69 and hold, it'll run. If not, Bitcoin will be good to look at short.
Indeed.
So there you go, kids.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a year of learning.
And for legal reasons, this is all entertainment. This is not advice.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
For legal reasons, this is a joke. Okay, I'm just telling you what I've observed. It's my opinion.
It's definitely a year of learning for the both of us.
Buyer beware.
Yes,
There you
indeed.
go.
All right.
All right.
So I'm good.
I'm good too.
You good? Oh, okay, cool.
Sweet.
All right, cool. Where is? Well, that's it, folks. I was your host, Bel-E.
And I was your co-host, Mr. Scratch.
And we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Bye.